Nothing says big game quite like Boston against New York. The Empire at 7-0 and the Boston Glory at 4-2. The Glory have never had a better record when facing the New York Empire here at Joseph F. Facina Field. But with 25 consecutive home wins, the Empire certainly do take care of home cooking. Welcome here into New Rochelle, everybody. Dan Hilton alongside Matt Pippin Aletta. Weinberg over to Chartok. And Matt, we're going to see a lot today as Chartok puts up another huck. Jack with a beat on it again, just outside the end zone. Probably a bit of contact there too. That means his stall count was rather high, and he flips it up to Lithio. This time, the Empire were able to answer, tie this one up at 1, and we're seeing now 2 quick hucks from the Empire cross field, and they're going to give the former Madison Radical, Colin Sund, plenty of time. This one goes up, but having a beat on it and finding himself in the end zone. Peter Borth again, Ryan Oscar's day, or Jack Williams' day, or Jeff Babbitt's day. They've had a few of them. Chartok, another huck. Lithio with position, this one floating a bit, but Lithio, a perfect job that time, Pip, to slow up, slow the pace, keep the man boxed out, and it's not always, a box out doesn't have to be physical. It's Topher Davis, now Kaylin McSweeney, current UMass product. We knew that Tetro huck was coming. Randolph against Cable, and Cable gets the best of the Brown product in Randolph.
That's a great catch. John Randolph, pretty great positioning there, uses body.
Here's Oscar against Graff this time. And Oscar, another flick. Beautiful into Charles Weinberg. That connection working for the second time.
Hard, it adds up, and you know that half mistake, it can bite you.
It also changes your decision making too. It makes you feel like hucks are going to be a bailout. As Yacht in that back corner, Hulkyard was coming in, but a bit too late for Tanner Hulkyard because Ben Yacht gets a second break of the game.
Those are the shots that Boston's going to need to take on their end. You know, it's got to be that easy. Otherwise, the blocks or the mistakes or the miscues, they're going to add up, and
that was Oliver
nice D there.
What a Philadelphia Phoenix, who did put themselves in an early 0-4 hole, but won against Carolina a few weeks ago, which was a huge victory to kind of put them back in the hunt. That is another hand block, this one coming from a specialist in Ben Katz. Now Katz thinking about it, over to Ethan Fortin. This would be a 3rd straight break for the Empire, and they're 4th in the game. Fortin up over the top, too easy for John Randolph.
Before that turn, though, the Empire D-line was playing offense with more patience than the Boston offense.
Story back in 2021. Double team coming on Antoine. The no-look flick around to Jeff Holm, and then Holm will just laser it in. And this is going to be a greatest here if Cat can come down with it. So that'll be a good goal. Holm just gives the shrug. We didn't know too much about it. That one was always going to be going out of bounds. And Mike Dross read it clearly.
I don't even know what to say about that one. I thought from up here there was no chance Mike was going to be able to throw that back in.
UMass on UMass crime almost happening there. Sadok now. Can Linehan get to it? Still outside the goal line. McCann's the trailer. He just puts it out to space. McCann had to work for it, but they sat, that being the Empire O-line, for about 15 minutes of game time. Not real life time, but game time. And it seems like there are no worries there. Again, the pressure from Josue Loro. As Mike Dross, they've been on D for almost 9 minutes.
Yeah, it's starting to show. They're giving very easy resets, and it eventually is all going to fall into place for the Empire.
Loro into Oliver Chartok. That's bookends for the Dartmouth product. 2 in the South. Now let's see, with 1:07 to play, if the Glory O-line can give themselves a bit of confidence here. Ray Tetro is on his horse. And that huck from Topher Davis floated pretty well, allowing Tetro the time to run on to it. The Maris product.
Everybody else, and that's what they need to do, because otherwise this Empire defense is too suffocating all over the place.
Haven't heard much from Jeff Babbitt this game. I think we're going to hear something from him here. As Babbitt pulls it down with the left hand. Still one throw away. Weinberg thought about going right back to the big man. Again, once it gets into red zone territory, they have eyes only for 87. And Jack throws it up to him, and Babbitt collects. Unless that's a pick on the call, I think it is. A little pressure on that throw. Now Oscar brought him down to his knees. Back up to Jack. One throw away, and Jeff runs it down. Alongside Brendan McCann and Rocco Linehan has been a three-headed hydra. Chartok again uncorks another one. Weinberg with a beat on it. Didn't have to go to the ground, and by the time his momentum stopped him, he's a foot away from the end zone. Royce Bailey was running up with him.
Some good initial defense there by Glory as Jack scores.
In the Glory, deep in their own end zone. A little bit better flow here. Now Tetro racing down. That disc is Topher Davis. Sadok tried to get it back, but Lauro broke up the passing lane. Now Hawkyard. He's been quiet today, but beautiful around flick to Cole Davis Brand. Jeff Babb in the middle of the field. That means Oscar has room to throw. And Jack thought about going into top gear, but only had to stay in second. Turn to the game. A little bit better flow there from the Glory offense. That dump and dink stuff was working to good effect, and that freed up space for Simon Carapella downfield. Sadok in for Carapella. The answer for this Glory O-line has been to try to double Antoine Davis, but it has not worked so far. Jeff Holm lets another one fly. Ryan Drost, as Cable had a beat onto it, and now Sadok, the all-time leader for the Glory, as an attempt there by Labar gave Tetro that wide open flick hook. And he finds right in that opposite cone, Tanner Hawkyard gets his first goal of the night.
Hey.
Yeah, again, on this point, just watch Ben Yachty against Ryan Cable. He handed him off to Ryan Drost as Cable went to the sideline. And now it goes right back to it. So the switching, though, this time does burn the Empire. Maybe a bit too much switching because Simon Carapella was the one who got free. Here's Weinberg. Lithio's going deep. Weinberg saw him early. And another bit too easy for that Empire O-line. And now Lithio's having, we'd have to say statistically, not the same kind of season he had in his first 2 years, I think.
Off-kilter throw.
Wonderful, beautiful step through from Lauro. Now Fortin lets it fly. Here's Matt Cat Stevens. Goes up early, and that usually is a good thing. 320 points on an O-line before. He does know what that's like, even if he didn't go deep that many times.
Yeah, you don't become one of the league's all-time leading goal scorers by not being able to go up on a nice deep throw there.
Holm was the man who's wide open, so that's too easy for Matt Labar. Another break for the Empire.
Out of game, he ran this thing down, and I think I was just as shocked as the kids, and I had to apologize later, just saying like, wow, man, I'm impressed.
That's about as nice as it's been we've seen for this Glory O-line. That was all of 12 and a half seconds. We'll have to see again how he recovers, how he deals with everything. Again, they do have a week off next weekend, and then it's DC as this one goes up. And Yacht jumped well, almost high-pointed it, but instead it's Orion Cable who high-pointed it. This will be a break chance to turn this one back into a 6-point game potentially with under 9 to play. But getting it right back is Jack Williams. He doesn't play D often, but I feel like it's a treat when he does.
Yeah, just flying through there. Takes it away nice and easy by his standards.
And this Empire O-line, talk about those practices again, as we're going to have a 50-50 in the air.
He does it
Who
all.
comes down with it? Jack Williams does. Bookends for Jack, again, having to play D as the Empire O, uncharacteristically turned it over. But not only did he get it right back, but he finished the play as well. A block and a And a turnover, I think, might be a
Yeah, but he's got it all going there.
nice physicality by Ryan Cable to box out Yacht. Hey, we're the team that came into that game 4-2.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes because, I mean, this Empire team is the class of the league. Another great catch.
That's another one from Cable. He's got 6 goals now, 5 of which have come against Ben Yacht, originally from Vermont. Linehan went to the University of New Hampshire, graduating in 2019, then living in Minnesota for a few seasons. This one's up. Jack and Yacht to it, and Yacht is the one who skies high. And he is 3 assists away from being the first player in AUDL history to have 300 goals and 300 assists. This game certainly lost its teeth after that first half.
Yeah, Boston's definitely started playing a little looser. Here we go, another one.
And that time, Yacht got the best of it, even if he doesn't get credit for the block. The Empire will be 8-0 when they meet their rivals. Yacht asked for the exclamation point. This one won't get in the end zone, or almost will it. LeVar almost had to play on it, but this one, the final, 24-15.